The significance of an empty tomb and a silent Saturday. Today's Gospel reading is Luke chapter 24, verses 1 to 12. At dawn, we have this group of women that went to the tomb, and they found that the stone had been rolled away from the tomb and they didn't find the body of Jesus. They were perplexed, and they see two men then standing in dazzling apparel, and they asked them, "Why do you seek the living amongst the dead? He is not here, but he has risen. Remember how he told you whilst in Galilee that the Son of Man must be delivered into the hands of sinful men, be crucified, and on the third day rise?" Then they remember these things, and then they rush to tell these things to the rest of the apostles and the others. So it was the women who told these things to the apostles, but their words seemed to the apostle as an idle tale, and they didn't believe them. But Peter rose and ran to the tomb, and he seen for himself, and he went home marveling at what had happened. So the lessons from today's gospel reading is that 1, we can find unexpected hope in unexpected places. We often search for answers in the wrong places. Like the women had this initial shock that also mirrors our own when we are faced with disappointment or unexpected challenges in life, and we often look for solutions in the familiar places, clinging on to what we know even if it's not working. Also know that when we have these moments of silence, we are faced with life's toughest challenges and are going through the darkness in our lives, and it seems like there is no answer from God, like the silence that prevails right from Good Friday when Jesus cries out, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?" It seems like God has no answer, that there's no response from God right from Good Friday into Holy Saturday. There's no respite, and there is no sign of hope. Apparently, all you feel is like the darkness has engulfed you. And like the women who move out from their homes at the time of dawn, when the time is before the sun rises, is the darkest of the nights. And yet, we have these women carry on their duty. They move out to go to the tomb. And then, when you are persistent in faith, even though that there is darkness around and it seems like there is evil all around, you will notice that the weight has been lifted off, like the stone covering the tomb has moved out, moved away. And that empty tomb is a sign of the resurrection. And then these angels are also working for your good. Know that even in the darkness, God is continuously working for your good, and that there is hope of resurrection for you, no matter how dark or however it may seem that evil is winning. So the second point I want you to note is this journey from doubt to discovery, journey from darkness to light. The apostles initially dismissed the women's testimony as an idle story, as an idle tale. It shows the importance, like Peter, to rise up and see for yourself, to seek the truth, question and keep seeking the truth for yourself. Thirdly is the power of witness. It was the women who first witnessed the promise of the resurrection. So Being a woman, it's so incredibly touching that God chose this group of women to first witness the signs of the Savior's resurrection. So, women in Jesus' time were the marginalized. They hardly had a say in any of the important day to day matters. And this is so evident how the apostles, knowing what Jesus had promised, knowing what Jesus had told them time and time again, when the women said it, they didn't believe them, just saying that it was an idle tale. However, they shared their witness, they testified, they told to the apostles and the rest whom they met. So, it also highlights the importance of sharing our own encounters with faith even when they seem unbelievable to others. Lastly, and one of the most important lessons in today's reading is living the resurrection. We need to abandon the old expectation, embrace the unexpected possibilities that God has in store for us. And one has to be on the move, rise up and go out like the women, like Peter, bringing the light of the gospel to the world. So, this is my short reflection for today's gospel reading. God bless you. I will see you tomorrow.